The moment I jumped, I saw my family's panicked faces through the haze, but I didn't care. I could see them screaming, but I couldn't hear a single word over the wind in my ears. You made me this way. Isn't this exactly what you people wanted? Then, the world went pitch black. 3 years ago, on my birthday, I made a wish under the glow of a dozen candles. I wished for my parents, my brother, and Maya to be happy together forever. But when I opened my eyes, a group of strangers was barging into my home. They snatched me up without a word.
Who are you? Mom! Help! Save me!
I spun around, looking for my family, but they just stood there, watching me like I was a stranger.
Vivian, honey, just be a good girl. I love you.
Go learn some rules, then you can come back. It's for your own sake.
See, your highnesses.
Maya was cuddled up in their arms, acting like she was the daughter, not me. I had to watch them slice my birthday cake and give her the first piece. The car pulled away, and the tires finished off what was left of my birthday crown. I stared at the rearview mirror until they were gone. They looked like a perfect family of 4, laughing and happy.
If this is love, then why did you dump me like trash?
Vivian, honey, what do you think about a sister?
Mom asked, while she kneeled in front of me and fixed my jacket.
A sister? Why do I need one? I want us to stay like this forever.
Mom rubbed my head.
Of course it is, sweetie. But you'd have a buddy. You're always saying your brother ignores you, right?
Okay, I want a sister to play with.
Mom looked at me and gave me this real tender smile. And that was it. Maya moved in. She was so shy at first. Her clothes were filthy, and she had these bruises on her face. Mom's heart broke for her.
Vivian, Maya doesn't have anyone. She's had it rough. You need to be kind to her, okay?
Maya would jump to do chores and eat every scrap, acting like she was so grateful for everything. I wasn't like her. I was the spoiled one. I hated chores, and if I didn't like what was for dinner, I wouldn't eat. I really thought I could live that happy, pampered life forever. But then, I caught Mom looking at me like I was a bad kid. They started picking on me for being spoiled. They compared me to Maya constantly. I was never good enough. After Maya took yet another accidental fall in front of me, Mom finally reached her breaking point. She sent me away to some ladies finishing school. She threw me away. When I first got to that place, it was pure hell. Every time I cried out, the punishment just got worse. No food. No sleep. I spent so many nights shivering in those cold hallways, clinging to the hope that Mom would come for me. Then came the day they locked me in the silence room. The warden found my hidden necklace. When the locket popped open, it showed our family photo. They tossed me until I went limp and locked me away in total darkness for 3 days straight. In this place, having feelings or memories was a crime. No water, no light. I spent the first day praying. By the second, I was losing my mind with rage. By the third, I was just empty. When I finally crawled out of that cell, I had become a puppet, a girl with no soul left. I ate whatever they put in front of me, even if it was literal slop dug out of a dog's bowl. I let them soak me in milk baths until my skin went raw and started to peel. The new me had learned how to be good. I finally learned how to be a quiet, perfect lady. The day I finally graduated, I watched the car I knew so well drive in. We were in the reception room. Mom looked at the headmaster, then turned to me.
Look happy, Vivian.
My eyes flickered to life. I rushed over, sobbing as I threw my arms around her.
Mom, I missed you. I'm just so happy.
Mom felt a bit stiff as she hugged me.
Vivian? Are you doing okay?
Mom, I missed you. I'm just so happy.
Mom looked freaked out. Dad and my brother were sweating. They looked at the headmaster.
You just have to give her a direct command. A perfect lady doesn't need to think. She only needs to follow orders.
My brother got this sick, playful look and shoved his way to the front.
Vivian, bark like a dog. Go on.
I didn't hesitate. I hunched my shoulders, stuck my tongue out, and started barking like crazy. My brother was cracking up.
She's actually doing it. Remember when she'd scream over chores? Now look at her. A total puppy.
My parents nodded along. They finally looked satisfied with their daughter. On the way home,
Vivian, honey, tell me about the last 3 years.
I didn't say a word.
Vivian?
I kept silent.
Vivian, I asked if you were happy.
Yes, Mother, I am incredibly happy.
A dead silence fell over the car. It was nearly dark when the car crawled into the yard. Maya was standing on the porch, looking all concerned.
Mom, you guys were out so late. I was so worried.
Same old act. So sweet, so thoughtful. Just like she was 3 years ago.
Oh, Vivian. Welcome back.
She sounded so careful around me, like she was walking on eggshells. We all went inside. Dinner was already on the table, a huge feast.
You're such a good girl, Maya. Our perfect daughter.
We have Maya. Why did we bring this freak back?
Dad stayed silent, just cutting my brother off with a look.
You owe Maya a big thank you for all this.
I fired back immediately.
Thank you, Maya. This meal is incredible. I'm so grateful.
My brother gave a satisfied grin. I just sat there like a statue.
Go on, Vivian. Eat.
I finally moved. One bite, one sip, perfectly timed, perfectly robotic. But
Vivian, stop! You're deathly allergic to milk. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I had no idea she was allergic. I didn't prepare a back.
It's not your fault she's picky. Besides, she's drinking it fine. Maybe that school finally fixed her.
my parents just stood there, watching me finish every drop with doubt in their eyes. Then I slammed onto the floor.
Vivian!
Dad rushed for the allergy meds. My brother lost it, too. Watching me struggle to breathe, he looked like he actually felt bad. No one saw her look of hate. The academy brushed off the allergic reaction as behavioral correction, and they bought it. Everyone at home just relaxed and moved on. I became their most useful slave. Mom made me do the dishes, and I did a better job than Maya ever did. Dad made me move the heavy pots, and I finished the whole yard by myself. My brother wanted his bag delivered, and I ran like my life depended on it.
Vivian is actually more helpful than Maya these days.
They all nodded in approval. Then came that night. Mom told me to clean up, but she wasn't specific. Everyone else went to bed. I stayed up all night, cleaning every single inch of that house. I kept going until I just passed out from pure exhaustion. Mom walked out in the morning and saw me collapsed in the garden. I was still holding the hose. She turned pale. The glass in her hand dropped and shattered instantly. A woman in a white coat arrived. She told us she was a shrink. She sounded so gentle.
Hello, Vivian.
I didn't say a word.
You gotta command her. She won't talk unless you tell her to.
The doctor looked at Mom and frowned.
State your name.
Vivian.
Vivian. Define family for me. Family. Members of the household.
Just members? Don't you love them?
Love is useless.
The doctor froze. My family looked like they'd seen a ghost. They moved to the study, whispering words that didn't mean anything to me. PTSD, severe emotional apathy, distorted self-cognition, long-term therapy. They came out and made a hard choice to send Maya away on my birthday. Balloons covered the ceiling. A massive 2-tier cake sat on the table. Maya walked up to me, and her innocent look was gone.
Happy birthday, sister dearest.
I just stared at her.
Oops, forgot. You can't even talk without an order, can you? You're such a loser. Exactly how I used to be.
Her face twisted. For a second, she looked like she was gonna cry. Then she went right back to being a bitch.
At the orphanage, you're either an actor or you're dead. I had a shot at a real family once. But my so-called best friend framed me. She made it look like I shoved her. She got the rich life, and I got stuck there until I was 13. No one adopts kids over 10. You're just garbage at that point, worth less than dirt. I swallowed my pride. I let the headmaster's son ride me like a pony. I cleaned shoes on my hands and knees. I ate scraps off the ground. They were gonna sell me to some sick old creeps.
She screamed it, but then she caught herself and checked the door real quick.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm never going back there. Never.
Maya yanked my hand onto her shoulder and then threw herself to the floor. The door burst open. My brother was at the door, holding a plate of fruit.
Vivian! What are you doing?
The fruit tray hit the floor, and everything went rolling. Maya was on the floor, looking up with these big, teary eyes.
Vivian, why did you push me? You hate me so much? I'm already going away. Why are you still hitting me?
I didn't move. I knew it was an act. Mom charged in, her face turning from shock to utter fury in a heartbeat.
What is wrong with you? Why would you push Maya?
My brother crouched down to help Maya. He was being so careful, like she was gonna break.
You're a lost cause. You acted so sweet and good behavior, just to trick us. But here you are, showing who you really are.
Mom's eyes got all red, but she wasn't crying for me. She was just furious.
And we were just saying we should be kinder to you. And to think we were actually feeling guilty. We were talking about how to make it up to you. But look at this. You're still that evil brat. You still can't stand Maya. You played us for fools for 3 years.
I just stood there, silent. Maya was huddled in Mom's arms, sobbing.
Go die.
The room went dead quiet.
What did you just say?
I said, tell her to die. She's supposed to do whatever we say, right? Fine. Tell her to die. At least then we'd finally have some peace.
Right after he said that, Maya just passed out.
Maya, look at me.
Mom was holding her. Dad
Maya,
tried to wake
can you hear
her,
me?
and my brother was calling 911. They were all huddled around her. Nobody even glanced at me.
Okay, I'll go die then.
Nobody even heard a word I said. They were all over Maya. I slowly turned away and started walking toward the balcony. My brother saw me first.
Vivian!
His phone dropped and hit the floor with a thud. Mom looked back, and her face went as white as a sheet.
Vivian, no! What are you doing?
I just smiled at her and did exactly what I was told to do. I woke up. The ceiling was a soft, dull white. Everything ached. Mom was right there, head down on the edge of my bed. The hospital room door inched open. Dad peeked in, holding a small insulated lunch bag.
Vivian, you're awake. Your mom, she wouldn't leave. She's been right there for 3 days.
I didn't say anything. No one had told me to speak yet. Mom woke up and saw me, her voice trembling.
Vivian, you're awake.
Please give me my orders.
I said it like a robot. It was like a reflex. Mom stopped crying. She grabbed my arm, her nails digging into my skin.
Vivian, no more orders. Never again. I just need you to be okay. Just stay alive for me. I don't want anything else. Nothing.
I looked at her. Her eyes were just drowning in tears.
The last order was go die. I tried to do it, but I messed up. I'm just waiting for you to tell me what to do next.
Mom's face just drained. Her lips went white. She looked like she'd aged 100 years in a second.
Vivian, that order doesn't count. He was just talking out of anger. Ignore it.
The doctor said Maya was faking the whole thing. She's fine. I sent her back to the orphanage.
Back to the orphanage? Maya, the girl who invaded my house when I was 14, the girl who took everything that was mine. She's just sent back? What's gonna happen to her now? My brother started crying.
She admitted it all. The whole thing was a lie. She was just playing us. Every word out of her mouth, everything she let us see, it was all a setup. She played the victim to trick us. She set you up to push her just so she could ruin you. She told me she loved it, seeing a high-class girl like you being destroyed by someone like her. She actually felt proud of it. We were so wrong. We were blind, Vivian. We should have had your back. You're my sister.
Mom and Dad just buried their faces. The only sound in the room was their crying. I stayed quiet. She didn't mention a word about her hell at the orphanage. Why did she stop playing the victim? Was she feeling guilty?
Is that an order?
As soon as I said that, the room went dead quiet. Mom's hand just stayed there, stuck on my arm. She looked like a statue. Dad looked terrible. His lips were shaking, but he just couldn't speak. My brother's bloodshot eyes locked onto mine.
I only know how to follow orders. Please provide clear instructions.
Mom tried to pull me into a hug, but I didn't hug her back. I just sat there.
Forget the standards. Forget the rules. Vivian, I was wrong. We were all wrong. We shouldn't have sent you away or demanded you be a robot. We shouldn't have hurt you for her. Please, can't you just be the old you again? For me?
Is that an order?
Mom's body just went stiff. She slowly let go of me, her hands trembling. She looked at my empty face, and you could see her heart breaking right there. She just slumped back into the chair, white as a sheet. Dad came up to me, looking like he'd aged 20 years overnight.
Vivian, forgive me. I thought you were a handful. I thought Maya was the good daughter. But seeing you like this, I finally realized that the girl who acted like a spoiled child and threw tantrums was the daughter we loved.
I didn't say anything. He didn't give me an order, so there was nothing for me to say. My brother stood up, face a mess, and delivered a stinging slap to his own cheek. The sound was deafening in the quiet room. He kept going until his face swelled up. Dad had to hold him back.
Vivian, I'm a scumbag. I never should have told you to die. I never should have picked Maya over my own sister. Scream at me, hit me, just come back to us, please.
I looked at his face and a memory popped up. 3 years ago, he'd steal my comic books just to get me to chase him. He'd always let me win. He'd slow down, let me tackle him, and then hand me the book with a smile. But that memory was like a reflection in a puddle. It flickered for a second, and then it was gone.
Please, state your command.
He went white. He looked like a dead man walking. He slid down the wall and broke down, sobbing into his hands. I watched in silence. My family was finally drowning in their own guilt. It was a beautiful sunny day when I got discharged. Mom brought me a new dress. It was that specific pink I loved when I was 14, with tiny rabbits on it. She was so careful helping me get dressed, her hands shaking every time she touched my skin.
Vivian, honey, do you like it?
I didn't say a word. Her face fell, but she masked it with a smile and took my hand. My hand was dead weight. No reaction. No resistance. I just followed her out like a robot. We got home, and everything was different. All of Maya's stuff was gone. My room looked exactly like it did before I left. My comics were on the desk where I left them. My favorite clothes were in the closet. My old posters were on the wall. Mom walked me into the room.
Look, Vivian, we fixed it all. This is your room, sweetie. It's always been yours.
I looked at all that stuff I used to love. I didn't feel a thing. In that place, they killed everything I liked. They called it cleansing emotional residue. My favorite pink clothes, my comics, my snacks. I threw it all away with my own hands because of the punishment. Dinner was a feast of everything I loved before I turned 14. Pizza, fried chicken, mac and cheese, and jam sandwiches. No milk this time.
Vivian, honey, try some. I made it exactly how you used to like it.
I just sat there. I hadn't been told to eat yet. My brother looked at me, his eyes getting all red.
Eat, Vivian.
I grabbed my fork instantly. Chewing. Swallowing. Like a machine. Mom watched my robotic movements. Her fork clattered onto the table. She covered her mouth and ran. I could hear her sobbing in the kitchen.
Vivian, no more orders. Just do what you want to do, okay?
I finished chewing and looked at him.
I need you to tell me exactly how you want me to act.
One day turned into the next. They were careful not to give me orders. But without a direct order, I had no reason to move. I'd just sit there all day, like a computer on sleep mode. Mom sat by my side daily, retelling my childhood. She told me about when I was 3. My first word was mom. She said she held me and spun around in circles. She was so happy. When I was 5, I ruined the walls with her lipstick. She said she couldn't even get mad. She just spent the whole night scrubbing it off herself. At 10, I had that 104-degree fever. Dad crashed the car while racing to the hospital. He was bleeding from the crash, but all he did was hold me and beg for help, screaming that he couldn't let his little girl die. She was sobbing while she told me this. But I just sat there and didn't feel a thing. My brother hunted down every top specialist. He didn't miss a single expert, but every one of them just shook their heads. The damage was done. My recovery was up to me. He went to that locked-down academy and raised hell until they handed over a thick file. Inside was the record of everything they did to me for 3 years. They spent the whole night in the study, reading. The sound of them crying never stopped. The logs showed every time I resisted, and every time I was punished. They threw me in a silence room for 48 hours just because I wouldn't eat vegetables. Forced treatments every time I had a breakdown. Every time I almost went into shock during the 7 days of milk desensitization training. The teachers just wrote, etiquette training, on track. Emotional baggage, currently being purged. He sued them. He thought a judge could make up for the fact that he failed me. Every news channel was talking about those deep behavioral adjustment stories.
My boy came back 3 years ago. He hasn't laughed a single time.
The neighbor's kid was so energetic. Then he committed suicide.
Education? You call a silence room schooling? That's abuse! I wouldn't do that to a stray dog!
I was a janitor there. I saw their fingers, the kids. Their nails were full of wall dust from scratching.
Every face and every word felt like a needle to my eyes. I watched the parents of kids like me on the news, just sobbing. Journalists were at our door. We were drowning in a sea of phones and cameras.
This is systematic. It's bigger than just one girl. We need a solid chain of evidence, and the media will be key.
The media was grilling my parents. Mom was on camera.
We messed up. It's our fault.
I stood by, voice flat and steady.
I'm going to testify.
The summons finally showed up. The judge wanted me to talk at the hearing. But then, some creep emailed my brother, "Drop the case, or you'll regret it." The scandal exploded. Between social media and the news, it got millions of shares. The people threatening my brother couldn't bury it anymore. The investigation uncovered a whole paper trail of more dirt. The academy was shut down forever. They're selling everything to pay for our psych bills. The day the verdict hit, Mom cried her eyes out in the living room. Next morning, Mom's eyes were puffy and red from all the crying. She walked right up to me and hit the floor, on her knees. Dad and my brother tried to get her up, but she pushed them back.
Vivian, honey, I'm so sorry. I failed you. I shouldn't have put an outsider before my own child. I wanted a doll. I forgot you were a human, a child who deserved to cry, to scream, and to be loved. I shouldn't have sent you to that hellhole. I shouldn't have let you suffer for 3 years. I don't want you to be perfect anymore. I don't need you to be good. I just want my little girl back. I just want Vivian.
Her words felt like a hammer, chipping away at the thick wall I'd built inside my head. In 3 years, this was the first time I didn't hear a command. It was permission to exist, to be me. My head was spinning with all these broken memories. The happy times before I was 14 and the hell of the last 3 years collided. Mom hugging me, Dad letting me ride on his shoulders, my brother sneaking me candy. Then that hard slap across the face, the darkness of the silence room, the blisters on my arms that never healed.
Go die.
All the pain I'd bottled up for 3 years just exploded. The perfectly obedient wall finally broke. I started shaking uncontrollably. Tears just started pouring down my face. Mom lunged for me, crying as hard as I was.
I'm sorry. I'm here. No.
Dad stood there and turned his back, but you could see his shoulders shaking. My brother leaned against the wall, sobbing into his sleeve, but he couldn't stop the tears. I cried until my throat was raw and I couldn't make a sound. I finally just passed out from exhaustion, curled up in Mom's arms. After that, I slowly started to feel human again. The habit of waiting for orders stayed, but the commands never came.
Vivian, want to go to the park with me?
Vivian, you want to try this Lego set? Like old times?
Want to read this, Viv?
I used to just stare. Choices were a foreign language to me. They never lost their cool. They just waited and kept talking to me, very slowly. Eventually, I started nodding, or shaking my head no.
Would you like to eat some strawberries?
Okay.
It took a full year, but piece by piece, they put Vivian back together.